She used to be an actress.
Oh, really? Did she do anything out of scene?
I think her biggest deal was she starred in a pilot.
Pilot? What's a pilot?
Well, you know the shows on TV?
I don't watch TV.
Yeah, but you are aware that there's an invention called television, and on this invention they show shows, right?
Yeah.
Well, the way they pick TV shows is they make one show. That show's called a pilot. Then they show that one show to the people who pick shows, and on the strength of that one show, they decide if they want to make more shows. Some get chosen and become television programs. Some don't, become nothing. She starred in one of the ones that became nothing.
Welcome to Couch Pilots. All of you are my friends. It's the show that dares to fly into the unknown territory of awful television, pilots of the past. My name is Jason, but this evening I'm your hotel manager, and with me is my crisis center caller. It's Captain Philip Restisher. Good evening.
Bring.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Kill yourself.
Okay. Hey, buddy, how's it going?
I'm fine. How would you kill yourself?
I've thought about this. Well,
I know you thought about it.
There's been attempts. Do you want to hear about the attempts?
We've never talked about this.
No.
Yeah, okay. Hey, you know what? Let's sprinkle them over the next 200 episodes. Hit me with the first one.
First one, age 5. I remember that I was in the bathtub, and we lived in an apartment, and we had our tub had a stopper, and it had a chain on it.
Sure.
And the chain was unbelievably long for some reason. And I remember specifically, it's ill attempt for a 5-year-old, right? Putting that around my neck.
Sure.
And pulling on it.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Are you jerking off in there?
No, I didn't jerk off yet. Yet, but you just wait.
So that sounds like you were trying to, because I thought, oh, you're 5 years old. This is going to be an accidental.
No.
Suicide.
It was
you
like
wanted to die.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not lying.
If you're lying, you're dying.
No.
Right?
Well, then I guess I should start lying. No, that was the first like one I can remember. And like I said again, would it have worked? Probably not. But for a 5-year-old,
who's to say? What was your thought process? I mean, you obviously remember it, or was this regaled to you by someone?
No. It was.
It's in your head.
Yeah, I completely remember it. Yeah.
And so, do you remember why you did that?
I think it was just. I was miserable for some reason.
You knew
at 5 years old.
Yeah, that you're miserable at because most 5-year-olds are like, I love a big bowl of cereal and then whatever the fuck's on TV.
No, that's how fucked up I am. I mean,
that sounds bad.
I can go back to 5.
It sounds pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I'll give you maybe 7 years old, but I think it was 5.
Wow. And
yeah.
you knew
and my mom
that
if
you choked yourself with the chain long enough, you would cease to live, and that was the goal for you.
Sure.
And then what happened? You just slipped and it fell off, or
I think I probably got tired.
You just got tired of choking yourself.
Yeah, I mean, just like pulling it. It just, I don't know.
Sure.
Or maybe like my mom heard my mom was coming down the hall or something.
Right.
But I don't think I bet if you asked her about that, which we're not going to call her, we're not going to ask her.
I have her number right.
I know,
here.
but we're not going to ask her about that.
I can just call her real quick and we can find out.
But I don't know what happened, and it was in we lived in Market Heights.
Oh, that's good enough reason to kill yourself right there. Yeah. So it's
Have you ever tried to kill yourself?
No. I'm almost always thinking about it, but I'm too much of a coward to do it.
I think that's my problem too, because I've been too much of a coward.
Like I can't think. It's like one of those things where if the entire human population ceased to exist, the world would like grow and get better, and eventually the world would go away when the sun explodes in 1 billion years, whatever. But for the time being, the world would be reclaimed by Mother Nature, and the plague that is mankind would be off the planet. I just think if I killed myself, I know the world would be just a slightly better place.
Sure, maybe that's mine too. I think,
but I'm too much of a coward.
I would say I fantasize about it. I would say that I fantasize about like my funeral, and we've talked about this before. It was one of the things in our therapy session.
Yeah,
is what would people say? Would anybody come? What would they say? Which is kind of narcissistic.
I fantasize about your death too.
Narcissistic, right? Is it? Would you consider that narcissistic?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Mm-hmm. So I guess I am a narcissist in some way.
The sheer fact that we're doing a podcast, thinking that someone would listen to it, is an act of narcissism. We talked about it before.
But my level of narcissism is probably like
it's very high.
Yours is like medium.
Thank you.
No, right? Well, you said you're doing a podcast. So.
Right. All right. Well, What's going on with you? Anything? How's tricks?
What?
Isn't that what you say when you're talking about like a prostitute? Hello?
I haven't. I can't afford a prostitute.
All right, forget.
I used Instagram. That's my prostitute. The only thing that's going on right now is we had to schedule some maintenance to the plane, and
Every other time I'm in this fucking plane, it's scheduled maintenance. This is broken. This is what the fuck.
right. And
Let's get Chad over here. He's a maintenance guy, right?
no, yeah, not at all. Right now, there's a shower and a bathtub
Don't I know it?
in the back of the plane, and we've been there, done that, right?
Hell yeah.
We've had to clean off the evidence, if you know what I mean. But so we thought there was a drain leak
Yeah.
or a drain stoppage, and come to find out it's half drain stoppage and half the lever
Look, I'm not a mathematician. Just fucking get your stupid brother Chad over here to fix it, all right?
No, he can't fix anything.
He's the maintenance man.
This is a plumbing issue. He does not do plumbing. But the lever you either want to fill up the tub or release the tub, right?
Yeah, it's like a light switch.
Right, and it's broke. All right.
I really feel like this is an easy fix.
Oh no, you have to clean out the closet. You have to take the drywall off to get to the plumbing.
All right.
And so I got a buddy of mine. You've met him before. He used to be a maintenance guy. He has not had a job in a long, long time. And I'm trying to give him some shekels, right?
Okay, that's
Buy
fine.
some-
Let's just get it done. You say I know him?
Yeah.
Great. Bring him in.
But can I finish? Why are you in such a hurry?
I'm just sick of dealing with all this fucking maintenance on the plane.
Tell me about it. Let's go.
I am telling you about it. You're saying, what is wrong with you? I'm telling you about it.
You have a 2-person plane. We never record on the 2-person plane.
It's for me and my daughter only.
What do you-
It's for my daughter and I.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So to do some maintenance while we're flying, because
While we're flying?
yeah, he's very busy. He's so busy. This guy is busy, so we have to have him work on it while we're flying.
It's fine.
Let's welcome to the plane and mute Jacob.
Mute Jacob?
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Oh my god.
How's it going? It's been a while.
it has been a while.
Holy shit. That's just good to see you.
It's good to see you
This is
guys.
one person, seriously, I've wanted to have on like since almost day one. And here we are.
But his schedule is too tight.
I'm pretty busy, but you guys caught me on a good day. So,
Are you usually not available on Mondays?
no, I usually, like I said, I'm busy.
Uh-oh. Your face. Is there something too personal I'm going to hit on?
No, not at all.
Okay, because your face got real weird.
No.
Usually, we've tried to have you on in the past.
Probably.
Okay, and what is
God, don't have to hit me.
what's going? What is there something on Monday? Do you usually have to work on Mondays?
I used to.
Are you not working anymore? You don't have a job?
No.
He hasn't worked in a year.
Not almost.
Almost a
We're
year.
coming
He's
up
not
on
had a
that.
job.
What?
Yeah.
He's not had a job in a
You
year.
used to work? What, you worked at a cat plant or
Keystone.
something?
Okay.
Okay,
A steel mill.
and you would work like crazy long hours, right?
About 86 hours a week.
Did you tell the boss to go fuck himself?
In a roundabout way.
In a knockabout way?
Yeah.
Okay.
In a roundabout way, I told them to get fucked.
right.
And they didn't like that.
What?
Yeah.
So how long did you work there?
Almost 3 years.
All right, so you're a single man working average of let's just say 75 hours a week,
Okay.
average for
Shit.
3 years.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Is that right?
That's probably.
You got no
God damn.
kids. You got no kids. You got no wife. So you were stashing money away, right?
Yeah.
Did you
And
go anywhere? Did you take a trip?
No. I mean, besides your, like a weekend trip or something.
Yeah, all right.
So
No big vacations.
You were throwing back thousands of dollars a month. Why? Did you know you were going to quit, or did you just do it because you have responsible?
No, I just.
Banking?
Well, I didn't have time to spend it.
That's true. That's
75 hours a week
true.
is
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, you don't have time to spend it.
So it was just there. It just accumulated.
And then just one day you woke up and like, I can live off this shit for a while.
Basically.
Fuck this guy.
Well, have you been looking, or are you just kind of like chilling?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. I mean,
Okay.
I haven't been looking hard.
I was say if
but-
it's been about a year. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just asking questions.
Yeah.
So I called him up and said, hey, I got this plumbing problem. I know you used to do maintenance on heavy machinery.
Right.
This is probably like child's play for you.
Yeah.
Can you do it? And he's like, well, I'm only available on this day and at this time. I'm like, well,
Oh, good.
we're going to be
That's
in the
perfect.
we're going to be in the air. He's like, I can do it while you're in the air as long as there's no turbulence.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, towards the end, we always have Jacob. Take your headphones off for a second.
Okay.
Blake, we have a section of the program called Turbulence.
I'm assuming he'll be done by then.
Okay. That's fine.
So-
That's fine. All right, go ahead and put your headphones back on.
All right.
And
Everything good?
Yeah. Go.
So you didn't watch this pilot that we watched?
No, I didn't.
Elysian or Elysian Fields? What do you think it is? Elysian, I think they
Elysian
say.
Fields, like a Legionnaire.
Right.
That was pretty good. That was a
Elysianaire, yeah.
aerial reference.
Yeah, it was.
I don't see Jacob very much, so I miss him a lot.
I missed you too.
We have a long history with Jacob. Right?
Well, I was going to get into some of that real quick.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Pardon me.
I listened to Jacob has a podcast, and it's called Knockabout Guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you laughing at?
Yeah. Yep.
Did you knew the name of the podcast though, right?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
I didn't want to spring it on you.
Yeah. What?
You and Chase Smith, right?
Yeah.
He's not a friend of this show per se, but a friend of ours
Sure.
from doing other shows in the past.
Did a lot of good stuff. He was a
Yeah.
scientist one time with a bowlie.
The Sassy Scientist? Yeah, that's right.
With a bowlie.
I forgot about that.
They said it kept calling you Bygone. Is it Bygone or By God?
By God.
By God. And what does that mean, By God Jacob?
Somebody started calling me Jacob by God when I was like 15, 16 years old, and it just
It doesn't necessarily mean anything, or
no, not that I know of.
Okay.
Somebody just
Kind of like
Do you
most of your
remember-
relationships. They don't mean anything.
You're absolutely
Jesus.
right. You're absolutely right.
Coming from the man with the perfect marriage. God, that's a fucking salt in the wound, Jacob, man.
So, we just get into it. Jacob is he's had some lovers from time to time. But he has kind of strayed away from having any relationship. So one of the things I told him, I was like, you could be on the show. We'll talk to you a little bit. Maybe some of our listeners will find you attractive, and maybe
Maybe we call like a dating
Sure.
hotline here. Maybe we
Sure.
can find a dating number and call it real quick.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Sounds great.
He's
I mean, I do have a lot of shit to do back there, but
it's
it's just one lever. It's just one lever.
Yeah, all you gotta do is flip a switch. Jacob used to do IBWIP with us way back in the day.
He started on Sunday Night Roundup.
yeah.
Okay, so
And
he
that's-
predates me.
Yeah, and that's where he got his nickname, is Mute Jacob, because I think the first 3 times he was on, he wouldn't say anything.
I just sat with headphones on.
So that's
That's the radio show you used to do for Silent Storm Radio.
live.
And it was you'd play a few songs, you have a little banter in between a couple songs.
Sure,
right?
it was more song oriented at the time. Yeah,
I did that I think once with you.
Sure,
But yeah, Jacob, essentially your guys' relationship predates our
it
relationship.
predates
It
it for
predates that.
many years, because I used to be Jacob's boss when we worked at the movie theater. I was a manager, and he was just a 9 on 7 years old.
Just a
Yeah.
pup. You're only 7?
7.
You got a permit?
Working at the movie theater. Yeah.
Would you like popcorn, sir?
That's kind of what it was like to be honest with you. It was kind of like that.
I think I had just turned 16.
Yeah.
Like, just turned 16.
I think that's when I got my job, like right after I turned 16. Yeah, that's my first job too.
I got my first job on my 16th birthday. My 16th birthday, I had an interview at McDonald's in Creve Coeur.
Sure.
No longer there, R.I.P. It's now a car wash.
Nice.
The car wash. Yeah, so, I mean, we're working men, right, guys? We're working men.
Yeah. When did does Jacob predate me on IBWIP as well?
No.
Oh no.
No, I don't think so. Not at
I
all.
don't think
I
so.
think no. It took the show to get good when you came on for him to actually be on the show. No, I think we were already doing IBWIP. You were already kind of starting your.
It's just over 6 years now. It was in the summer of 13.
There was a summer of 13. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, we have a long history with Jacob. We've brought him out of his shell. Were you at the live episode when we did it at the High Note? Yeah. We didn't have you on the stage.
No, I was there.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times.
Live episode. That was the 200th episode of IBWIP.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And we're about to do the 200th episode of Couch Pilots coming up.
Insane in the membrane, right? 200, and we did it in like a third of the time.
Well, just
Because
because we released one every week.
Right, because IBWIP used to do twice a month, and
Yeah.
then there was like a year hiatus, and then it started to get every week, toward the end.
With the new format where we
Right.
would do 2 in one night,
Sure.
and then release one every week.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good format, I think.
Jacob, since you've been podcasting now you're a host. How has that changed your life?
None. I'd say none.
Do you do any of the prep work for the show?
Prep work, yeah.
You do all the prep work?
Yeah.
So
Really?
you don't do the technical stuff?
No technical stuff because I don't understand tech stuff at all.
But you do you prepare the news stories and stuff that you talk about?
Stories, yeah.
How do you find the time?
Well, like I said, no job. That helps. And also, it's not really in-depth shit. I just read a couple articles and then whatever I remember, I talk about.
So kind of like Adam Z's podcast.
We love to give him shit, don't we? I love Adam Z. Now, if you listen to the most recent episode, as of this recording of Knockabout Guys, you're going to hear about how much different body parts go for on the black web.
Oh,
That's true.
We do plugs at the end, but I don't want to forget. Where can folks find your show?
Anywhere, I think.
I find it on iTunes personally.
It's on iTunes, SoundCloud. I think maybe not SoundCloud.
Do you have a website?
Nope. I don't think so. I'm not into the tech stuff.
Speaking of websites, sometimes I find Jacob on a certain website, Mark Nearly Naked, with some beers and a shower.
Oh yeah.
Do you still do that?
No, I haven't been drinking.
So when did you quit drinking?
3-4 months ago.
Please tell me that was as soon as you stopped drinking, that was the last time you took a photo.
It was probably a day or two before.
Oh, really? Yeah. It really was.
Yeah, it was probably a day or two before.
So it's just basically, this is a new craft beer I'm drinking. I also happen to be in the shower.
Yeah. Well,
here's a photo.
Yeah. But there's nothing better than a cold beer and a hot shower.
That's the best.
It's fantastic.
It does seem, it's like an inexpensive way to feel like you're fancy, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about Jacob, which has kind of dried up.
I know what you're going to say.
My balls.
Your texts. The texts he would send you.
Yeah. He would send me photos, texts, videos, and I lived vicariously through him on a sexual manner.
Yeah. I think I've seen some of those texts, actually. Yeah.
And but he's been, I mean, not only has he been dry in regards to alcohol, he's been dry in regards to the love making.
Was that on purpose?
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, I was whoring around a lot,
Sure.
and I just had to pump the brakes. And then it was
pun
more
intended.
of a and then it was more of like a challenge to myself. I just wanted to see how long
You were challenging yourself not to have sex?
I know it sounds arrogant.
I will go years at a time succeeding in that challenge.
Oh shit! I know you.
Watch me, motherfuckers. I'm not going to have sex for 8 months. And then fuck you guys. I can understand the not drinking. I commend you, and I'm proud of you. That it does take a strong person to do that, and mostly with not having a job. To me, your 3 or 4 months, it should be double to 8 months because you have 7 times as much time as normal people do because you ain't out working.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's a good thought. Yeah, with all that time on your hands, it's so easy to open up that cabinet. You know.
But
Yeah,
you're doing,
I do know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's past 3 or 4 months, he's been sober.
Sure.
But he's been off work for about a year. I bet there
Yeah.
may have been some dark days in there.
I wish they had a coin for that. I've been 3 months sober without a job.
Times 2.
Yeah.
So are you? So you're not looking for anything for a lady right now? Do you want a relationship?
Nope.
You want nothing. Okay. That's never no offense. I've never known you to have a steady girlfriend.
Well,
Yeah, he's had a couple
You
steady
have?
girlfriends.
Okay, maybe I just didn't know about him then.
Yeah.
Okay.
no, maybe. Yeah, I don't.
Since you've been hanging out with, I think there's only been one, and then you
But she never came around.
right.
Yeah, she
And
never
do you
came
blame her?
I've known you to date ladies, and I've seen photo evidence of said ladies. But I was just
Because
curious.
the photos, you guys are out to dinner, or you're at the
Right.
Cartsville doing.
Holding hands in the park.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry if I wasn't clear. That's exactly
okay.
what I
All right, I
meant.
just want to make sure.
But yeah, I've never known you to have a friend consistently, but you have apparently. But that's not something you're even interested in right now.
No,
No,
I'm too selfish.
that's a good thing to realize.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to put forth the effort. So I'm just gonna be honest.
If you want to be a good boyfriend, it does take some effort.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
If you want to be a good husband, just follow my path. I try to be a good husband. I try.
You know the Kinsey scale of sexuality, right?
No.
It's like, hey, if you're over on this end, it means you're a gay guy. If it's over here, it means you're not a gay guy.
Oh yeah, there was
And-
the
but there's
couple.
like,
The couple
Yeah.
made that. Yeah, we talked about that on IBWIP.
it's called the Kinsey scale.
Yeah.
Where are you on the scale of one end being married forever and the other end being I'm getting divorced right now?
I'm smack dab in the middle, brother.
Okay. You know
It
what?
could go either way.
There are worse places to be.
From day to day, it can go either way.
That's all you can do is take it day by day.
Day by day.
Day by.
I consider being married a lot like drinking.
Yes.
It seems awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, it takes work, and eventually, you wake up every day going, "What the fuck did I do last night?"
That makes sense.
That makes sense to me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Another reason I don't really want to date because it seems like most women they're eventually going to want to get married,
Well, yeah,
and that's not ever on my radar.
Jacob. At this point, you're almost 30 years old.
I'm going to be 32.
Okay, you're 32 years old. Yes,
Yeah.
women you're going to meet, women you're going to have anything in common with, that is their goal. And to be honest with you, I'm amazed that you meet women who have not already, went through the rotating doors already.
Right.
That's and so
The rotating doors of marriage.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just want to clarify.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm dating a lady who has never been married.
And she is how old?
She's my age.
Which is how old?
24.
High five that shit. Yeah, but
it's more and more rare to find that someone who hasn't been married, and she doesn't have any kids either.
I think
Yeah, that's another big thing.
That's a rare thing
Yeah,
to find. And I'm not saying it's necessarily good or bad. I'm just saying it's
bad.
a rare. It's very bad.
I think I honestly I think your guys' age 32, 36, 37. I think you're in a sweet spot to where if you were each 5 years younger, it would be a lot easier to find those girls. Everybody from 32 up came from a different generation. Now, all the millennials now are very selfish and don't want, I can do this on my own, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to stay. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I don't know. It might be some of that, but I also think it's kind of a thing like, oh, this is just a tradition. It's nonsense. It doesn't necessarily
That's
mean
what I'm talking about.
anything.
I mean, if you go to like 30 and back, most of those girls are not married or they have no kids, whereas when I was in my 30s,
Yeah.
most girls had either already been married, have kids, or something. But it's a different outlook, like you would say. It's a different outlook on how things need to be.
From my experience, and maybe it's just because I live in a smaller town,
Yeah.
or rural area. It seems like a lot of women have never been married, but they have 2, 3, 4, 7 kids.
Oh, gee.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's funny you mentioned that. Tonight we went to Meet Your Teacher night. Okay?
Okay.
I've never gone to a Meet Your Teacher.
Oh, really?
My son, I was never able to, and with Eli, I was just like, that's not my,
Not my kid. I don't love
right.
him.
So tonight I go to Meet Your Teacher night. Right. First of all, there's a lot of hot teachers right now, but there was this one.
Van Halen predicted it.
Right. There was there was one lady
Yeah.
who was pushing a stroller, and she had 4 kids with her, so she had 5 kids. And I look at her, and she's got a halter top on, going to Meet Your Teacher night, and
Yeah.
she's trudging all these kids through. And I'm like,
No man with her.
no man with her.
She's putting out the billboard.
Well, what I'm saying is that's why you have 5 kids. It's because you wear halter tops.
Right.
Yeah, women have no decorum. All of them. Every single one. No, I just kidding.
Yikes. I'm going to edit 2359.
There you go. Make a note of that, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Jacob's at an age right now where you said a lot of women aren't married. I thought they would have been married by now, and are maybe very close to divorce. Where I'm at an age right now where women are like getting divorced.
Sure.
Late 30s, early 40s, women are starting to get divorced.
Right. They realized that they made a mistake early
Sure,
on.
yeah.
They trudged it out as long as they could for the kids, but they,
Yep.
all this female empowerment. They're like, I'm going to start anew,
Yeah.
and then
Now cash that alimony, right?
fuck yeah, pension baby. Which
guess-
there's not as many as pensions as
No.
before.
I guess I shouldn't generalize when I said they haven't been married, but they got kids, because I know quite a few couples that are getting divorced my age.
Oh, really?
Too, you know.
I was a little younger than you when I dated a lady who had already been divorced twice.
Nice.
And she's since been divorced again. So, like, I mean, at what point, what number of divorces where it becomes, like, from sad to, oh, that person's just a character?
Oh, on the third one. On the third one.
The third, okay.
I'm right on the border.
You're very close to being a character. Right now, you're a loser scumbag.
Oh, yeah.
Very close to being just a character.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? And I admit it. That's fine.
No. I'm joking, of course.
One more question before we move on with
yeah.
the show, Jacob. Financially, at what point are things going to get tough? How much longer do you have, do you think, before things get tough? And you,
I don't know, what time is it?
it's
Holy shit.
It's 6:31.
Fuck.
Oh, no, it's right now.
I gotta go.
It's happening.
I gotta go fix that thing right now.
I'm gonna. You have your house paid off, I bet.
No.
Close.
No. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't an expensive house anyway.
Okay.
So
You gotta live out in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
we're smack dab in the middle of nowhere.
I remember one time we went to his house and we I didn't see anything for 18 miles.
I've never been invited, so I don't know.
And well, I didn't go inside. God knows
I was fucking drunk.
I saw a serial killer.
Awesome!
But I remember he's so far out in the boonies that he has a huge propane tank for his
Well, that's not that weird, is it?
I guess not for someone living out there, but it is. You don't expect to see it,
right, and it had nothing in it because the gauge was broke. Remember that? You remember the gauge was broke and like
Oh, they were replacing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it had an outdated, an old illegal one.
but it was in the fall or the winter and like you woke up in the morning you're like
Oh yeah, I just ran out and they came
you-
to refill it because
Yeah,
I had never had a propane tank like that before, so I never thought about it.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any propane accessories?
No, just the illegal, outdated. I don't know, valve that they replaced.
If you live out in the middle of nowhere, does that mean you have a septic tank as well? Mm-hmm. So you just shit in a big, huge another
Just a
tank.
hole.
Your house is surrounded by a series of tanks. Some full of shit, some full of gas.
which they're not supposed to be anywhere near each other,
Oh no,
right?
I don't know.
Shit and gas should not be anywhere near each other.
Probably not.
And so the only things in your dwelling are kitty cats and you.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I think we caught up with Jacob.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Let's move along.
Do you have any fan feedback?
To be honest with you, let me look here.
You want to hit the next one, or you want to do it here?
Let's hit the next one.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captains have turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
I was with. I saw Kevin the other night. Kevin Clark.
Yeah.
I saw him on Thursday doing trivia, and he had just spent the weekend before going to DJing a wedding, as he does. And he said they hired a guitar guy to be there. I don't know why.
For what? Like an acoustic guitar guy?
I got his card. Should I call him and see
Steve,
if he'll?
Steve Vai?
It was Steve Vai,
You know who Steve Vai is, right?
the guitarist.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't know who he was, I feel like he volleyed it up to me. Should I call this? Should I call the guitar guy and see if he'll play my pet's funeral?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, talk for a second. I'm gonna go get his card.
Okay, so Jacob, you're God, we went through everything.
Yeah, that's it.
What's it like to be back on the mic?
It's good.
I
It
mean,
feels
in
good, man.
the
It feels
OG
good. In
area.
the OG studio, it feels good.
IBWIP for you.
It burns when I pee.
Yeah, Burns IP. What were those experiences like?
They were fun. They were what do they call that? My formidable years.
Formidable. Do you have one memory that stands out more than anything else, or
Nothing. I guess nothing specific.
do you remember when we had? I think it was the 100th episode. Everybody was at our house, and BJ and Coley
BJ
came from
Coley.
Pennsylvania. I've been reminiscing based on Time Hop and Facebook memories for those weekends and stuff. So, I just want to make sure people remember it.
That was a good time. That was a good day. We got that. What was her name? Oh God, I'm gonna feel like a dick.
Jen?
No, no. Damn it.
What happened?
She got drunk and she was a vegan and we got her to eat.
Oh,
BJ's
Melissa.
Yeah, Melissa.
Melissa, yeah.
We got her to eat those meatballs. She's like, these are fucking delicious. She just kept eating them. She's like, I'll be a vegetarian tomorrow.
You guys are awful. All right, this is Liam Durkin. Let me give him a call real quick. I just want to see if he'll play my pet's funeral.
Sure. How many rings do you have it on?
I don't know, but this is quality content. Come on, Liam.
Come on, Liam Neeson. Airplane. Get it?
Hi, please leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you.
Who's we?
At the tone, please record your message.
I'll leave message
When you
real quick.
finish recording, you may hang up or press
This is
1
what the
for
show
more
is now, by the way. Hey, Liam. This is Jason. I got your card here from a DJ friend of mine, Kevin Clark. He was doing a wedding recently, and he said that I could call you, maybe because you play country, folk, rhythm and blues, and rock. Anyway, I was wondering what kind of services that you provide. It might be an odd request, but I have a funeral coming up, and I thought you would be a good fit for that. If you could give me a call back at this number, I would appreciate it. Thanks, Liam. Okay, we'll see if he calls back. That's fine.
We should probably call Stephanie Clark real quick.
We call her a lot. What do you
Do
want
we?
to talk to
Oh.
her about? I don't want to talk to her.
I want to talk about baby goats, but no, it's fine.
Oh, she did
save
yoga
it.
with baby goats.
We'll save it.
Maybe we'll call her next week.
Sure.
All right. Today we discuss the pilot episode of Elysian Fields from the year of our Lord 1981. Now that was a great year.
Yeah, 1981 was a good year. I was 6 years old. Jacob was
-6.
okay, and you were.
I was born.
Oh, this was the year you were born.
My mom
Has
was
this
in
ever
labor
happened? Has
for
this
the
ever
entire
happened?
year. I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's great.
Maybe. I don't think so, though.
It was not a good year for the Roses, obviously.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. 89.
Thank you, because
I said 81. It's
I know.
89.
And here's the thing: when you said 1981, I was like, oh shit, I fucked up, and so I scribbled out what I had wrote.
De-scribble it. Whatever you take that. De-scribble it.
I use a red pen now.
Whoa. I was 8 years old. I'm sorry. So that must mean you were 14.
Yep, I was 14 years old, and 1989 you were
2.
Okay.
All right.
At 14 years old, I was dibbled by a guy in a truck, but other than that,
That was that year?
Well, no, but by then I was.
Oh.
So
It's always going to find a way to put that in there.
nobody's ever asked me the details. That's weird, isn't it?
I th-
Like when you express
We're just
how,
like, yeah, that's
when you
blank.
when you express over and over how you were diddled as a kid by a guy, and nobody says, "Hey, how'd that happen?"
Okay, well, do you want to pause right now and just really get into it?
No, I don't.
All right, well, then stop complaining about it.
Do you miss it?
Every rose has its thorn.
There you go.
Do you miss it? Holy shit.
That would be the name of the episode if we named the episode "Do You Miss It?"
Good gravy. 1989. Wonderful year. But it's
That's
not.
why I love you, Jacob.
He asks the tough questions. Do you miss it? It's not 1989 right now. It's literally 30 years later.
30 years. That's crazy. So we're looking at a pilot from 1989, and it's 2019 now. We can't look at this pilot from today's standards.
It would be unfair to the pilot. Now, let's rewind it a second. We can judge it by today's standards,
But we don't.
It's
No.
not fair.
No, and that's one of the golden rules we've had for almost 200 episodes.
Absolutely.
Is, we stick to this one. There's some rules that we don't.
We've wavered.
Yeah.
But we have to go back to 1989 in our minds, and to do so, we talk about things that did, and in some cases with you, Blake, didn't happen that
Yeah,
year.
there's a couple things. In 1989, we didn't have women's rights. First of all,
Ugh,
and goddamn, those were the good old days.
suffrage is what that's
Sure,
called.
for sure. Not for everybody.
No.
We didn't have racism for sure in 1989. I mean, that was a sweet spot, and we didn't have Band-Aids.
Got to get those Band-Aids.
Think about life without a Band-Aid. Jacob, when was the last time you used a Band-Aid?
I bet it's been 6 months.
Yes, man.
It's
Probably
been-
6 months.
You haven't cut yourself in 6 months?
No, I'm just saying that's the last time I used one.
Okay, but think about it. If you didn't have a Band-Aid,
Really think about it.
what would you have done?
Yeah, close your eyes. Really think about that.
Probably like put a sock,
Put a sock in it.
squeezed really hard.
So it was on your dick. So you cut your dick and you put a Band-Aid on.
I put socks on other
When was the
stuff than
last
my
time?
dick.
When was the last time you cut your dick shaven? Do you shave anymore, even though you're not getting a poontang? Because I've recently started to shave recently, but
Just my balls.
cut your ball once in a
Amen.
while. You never cut the shaft? Oh
No.
not recently. I cut.
I did zip it up one time.
Oh,
I've never done that.
Oh, fuck.
Holy hell!
but I have cut the shaft recently, and that is not good news.
the razor.
Yeah,
Are you using a straight razor?
I'm using a 3-blade razor.
Okay.
I wax my dick.
Well, we all wax our dick, right?
I get a candle going, and I stick it in there. I get erect. I get erect. I stick it in.
There's
the
a
candle.
whole bunch of the dick that you don't need to like do that to. Like, are you dipping it from the side, or are you just
No, I'm going straight in.
down?
I'm going straight in.
How do you pee afterwards?
Well,
Because there's got to be dried wax up in your pee hole.
no, it all comes out. It's one good rip, and
Oh,
yeah,
good.
I stick it in there. I give it like a 15 Mississippi. It cools down, rips everything right out. It's good.
Wow.
It's good.
I guess I'll change the way I'm doing it.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of sounding?
Oh yes. Is that? Let me. Can I get,
Okay, that's it.
oh, we don't have to get into it.
we don't
Okay.
have to.
Okay. That sounds horrifying.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
I think so.
Is it appropriate for the stewardess to text me and say no beer?
To you about what you should be doing right now?
No, like as in like there's no beer back in the back of the plane. And she wants a beer.
That's because she's hogging it all. Tell her to come up to the front and get one.
Tell her to come up to the front.
What does that mean?
Hey.
Some things that did happen, though, in 1989 will get us in that mind frame. One thing is September 1st, Roger and Me, the first documentary directed by Michael Moore, premieres at the Telluride Film Festival.
Wow. All right.
Do you guys remember that fucking shit?
No.
The Telluride or
No, the
Michael
Roger,
Moore. I know who Michael Moore is.
Michael Moore, huge fat fucking guy, right?
Yeah, 9/11.
Yeah, he did 9/11.
9/11 didn't happen. And then post 9/11, he did a movie called Post 9/11.
And then he raised money for,
Actually, it
for
was a
Columbine by bowling, right?
It was a 119. I think it was the name of the second episode.
yep.
But he did Roger and Me. That was about the automotive crisis in Michigan.
Yeah, it just like one day.
There were no more
I'm ready.
cars.
I'm waited on bated breath for you to say.
It seemed like a very short amount of time. All the major, because that's where all like Ford, Chevy, they were all up there.
GM.
And they all just
The big three.
went out, and people didn't have jobs, and they got lead in their water.
And who's going to go up there and save him? Fucking Michael Moore.
It's like, yeah, you.
September 4th, Jerry Lewis's 24th annual muscular dystrophy telethon raises $42 million.
And we still have kids that are walking around crippled.
My God.
In the scheme of things,
Yeah, think about
if
that.
it hasn't been cured, has it all been for naught?
Yes.
Where does that money go? Like, that's what I want to see, like a report.
Fucking up his nose is where it's going.
Hell yeah.
Jerry Lewis, by all accounts, a motherfucking cocksucker, right?
Sure.
No, like he's an asshole. Like everyone who,
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah,
he's an
like he's a
asshole.
reputation as a huge asshole.
Yeah.
Sure.
A huge,
Yeah.
delicious, gaping asshole. I'm speaking your language now.
Hell yeah.
No, but he just recently died, right? He died within the past year, Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, I think so.
All
Hang
right.
on. I know Google.
All right, there you go.
He's no Cedric Benson.
I'm not sure who that is.
R.I.P..
Cedric Benson, the entertainer?
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
The entertainer? He's still alive.
No,
He was an entertainer, of
Yeah,
sorts.
Cedric Benson was a running back for the Bears.
Oh,
He
the
just-
car accident?
yeah,
Motorcycle. Right?
Motorcycle.
Motor Sky.
How often do you see a black guy on a motorcycle in the first place?
It's really, I think it's
It
conspiracy.
It had to be a crotch rocket.
Oh, for sure it was.
Oh,
He wasn't riding no
little
Harley.
rice burner. Is that racist to say rice burner? It's racist, right? That's a racist. I said a racist thing. I talked myself into it.
2017, Jerry Lewis died.
Good riddance to bad rubbish. September 23rd, Nintendo company celebrates its 100th anniversary.
What?
What? How could it be 100 years?
I was prepared for that question. Founded as a playing card company by Fusajiro Yamaguchi on the 23rd of September 1989, based in Kyoto, the business produced and marketed Hanafuda cards. Hanafuda cards are playing cards of Japanese origin that are used to play a number of games. The name translates to flower cards.
1989. How? But it doesn't explain the 100 years.
I just said 1889.
Oh, you said 1989.
Oh, well, that's when it was founded. So it's 100 years.
Okay.
It started as a playing card company.
Sure. All right.
And it turned
Fucking
into
defensive.
Mario Party.
Boom, chicka, boom.
Anyway.
Blowing that cartridge, right?
Oh, this will be fun.
Who told you to do? Like, you had one, obviously.
A Nintendo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you still have one.
The original Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it that told you, like, oh, it's not working? Take the cartridge out and blow in it. Like
That's tribal knowledge.
Yeah, I feel like you just were born knowing that.
Yeah.
okay. All right.
That was put in our lizard brains 100 years ago. This will be good, Blake. Do you know why we watched, Jacob, do you know why we watched Elysian Fields? There are 3 reasons.
I don't.
Would you fancy a guess?
Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down.
Because you like that song.
Okay, that's one.
I know that's it. I got nothing.
Does that answer 3 times over?
Yeah.
Blake,
Because you like shitty 80s shows.
okay, that's 2. Shitty 80s shows, whatever that song you fucking sang was.
And Fancy by
Reba
Reba.
McEntire.
Yeah, that's what I said. You got
And
it.
you like shows with really long intros.
Boom, nailed it.
Nice. Way to go.
Where can you find Elysian Fields to watch for your dumb self? Well, you can do so by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes, or go to YouTube. Jacob?
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please.
Jacob?
My favorite was the stare down. He was like, I haven't worked in a year. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Plenty of time to listen to the program.
That, you know what?
Plenty of time.
I should be insulted by that. It's not like he's like, I have no time to listen. It's just he's like, I don't fucking care. To
Yeah,
listen.
no, I totally understand.
You're not the first guest to have that stance.
God damn it, you won't be the last. Summary of the pilot. Nate Goodman moves to New Orleans into a boarding house filled with eccentrics led by the divorced proprietor and her lustful sister.
I would give that a B plus for sure.
That's the summary of the pilot, Jacob.
I put it together.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you use context clues?
Yeah.
Blake always grades it then, and he just did it with a B plus. That's a pretty good grade for you.
Well, I didn't see the episode.
Oh, you didn't even watch this? Oh no, because you were working.
I was working.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's a working man.
You guys kicked me out after the intro.
Yeah. What's the interesting facts, I guess?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Interesting Facts. This is where Jason scours the internet. He finds facts that you may not know about this pilot.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
Goddamn, you're right, you don't. And make sure that you do not discuss your opinions. Jacob, you need to pay attention to this. Do not discuss your opinions of these facts. These are factual information. Giving your 2 cents about it it's kind of fucking people up. It taints other people's experience.
Yeah, taint.
That's why I like Jacob. He laughed too. He laughed without a cue.
All right, this pilot aired July...
Just don't do it, guys.
Just don't do it. This pilot aired July 11th, 1989 on CBS as part of the CBS Summer Playhouse. We're all too familiar with that, aren't we? What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? Is this a thing where I confiscate your phone?
No, I have to go take care of something. Just don't respond to the facts.
Hold on. While you're doing that, give me the beer. Give me one of those beers.
Can I have a Kool-Aid?
You know we're recording right now, right?
I'm trying to stay married, buddy.
This is my life. He sometimes Blake will say, "Hey, you getting sick of doing the show?"
Yeah.
But I don't leave the show like this. I never get up and walk away
Yeah.
from the show.
Well, yeah, that would be unprofessional.
It's easy to give him shit. CBS Summer Playhouse is an American anthology series that ran from June 12th to 1987 to August 22nd, 1989 on CBS. A lot of times, Jacob, we have shows pulled from CBS Summer Playhouse, and it runs only in the summer, and its only function is to fill time by playing unsold pilots. That's what CBS Summer Playhouse is.
That's a pretty good idea.
It's a gold mine for this stupid fucking show. It aired unsold pilots during the summer season. Tim Reed and Daphne Maxwell Reed acted as hosts during the first season, introducing each pilot. All right, what? Out with it.
It's all good.
No, that's great. That's great.
Everything's good.
I'm right in the middle of the fucking interesting facts.
Okay.
Introduce it.
All right, guys. Listen. These facts are going to be interesting, guys. Pay attention. Don't taint somebody else's experience. Guys, just don't do it.
Stars Jeffrey D. Munn as Nate Goodman. You may know him from The Green Mile, The Mist, and The Walking Dead.
Gorilla, report to the mist. I don't miss when it comes to this.
Jacob, you ever watched The Walking Dead?
I watched the first season, I think.
Do you remember Dale?
Hell no.
He's the old guy who drove the camper.
Hell no.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
Is that Nate Goodman?
That was great.
yeah. That was Nate Goodman.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Wow. Also stars Frances Fisher as Violet Coffin. You may know her from Titanic, Unforgiven, and True Crime. You like Unforgiven is one of the, at this point in your life, maybe 10 films you've seen to completion.
I never saw Unforgiven.
Which one am I thinking of?
Tombstone.
Damn it. Scratch that off the list. Finally, there's a 1989 press photo of the cast of this pilot available for $14.99 on Amazon.com.
Is it signed?
No.
Just a press photo.
It's just a black and white press photo.
We should have bought that. We should have taken money out of our Patreon and bought that.
We should have had money well spent. Twitter responses.
Twitter responses. I wonder if Jason got some Twitter responses.
I don't, but I do. What's that thing where you want to hear a question every week, right? Like an aviation question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and we can ask a question here. Let's see. Oh, here's one. What is the 5th busiest airport in America? And I'll give you
I don't need one.
I'll give you 5 guesses.
I know what LAX.
Do you think the 5th busiest is LAX?
LAX. Jacob would 5th busiest. I know which one's the busiest.
Which one?
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, you think Atlanta's okay? And then
Atlanta's definitely the busiest.
Sure.
I'm gonna go JFK.
All right. Jacob, Jason, do you have an answer you want to try?
I will guess JFK as well. And that is it.
Wow! Yes! Congratulations!
I know my airport knowledge.
That's
Very
great.
good. Yeah,
was that even close?
ATL, Atlanta was the first, and then LAX, and then third is ORD, which I don't know what ORD is. Do you know?
Orlando.
Oh, it must be. And then fourth is DFW, which I believe is Dallas Fort Worth.
Okay. Yeah.
But then, JFK is.
O'Hare's
fifth.
not even in top 5?
It's not in the top 5. Huh. Anyway.
Do you know why I knew Atlanta was the most one? Because I'm watching.
Minehunters?
That was the gayest. Let's do it again.
I didn't want to make a loud noise, but okay.
There, that's better.
Good job, guys.
He's like.
It's better than we did last time.
Last time we almost knocked each other out.
Way to high five that shit. Okay, well, let's put 10 minutes on the clock and let's discuss the pilot. We're gonna break down the plot of the pilot here. You ready? Go ahead and start us off, Blake.
This is a Summer Playhouse, and the intro. We have to talk about the intro, the Summer Playhouse intro.
There's 3 seasons of CBS Summer Playhouse. We've seen the hosts. I mentioned interesting facts when you were doing whatever the hell you were doing, but there were hosts to CBS Summer Playhouse, but we have never seen this.
No, and it's like going from you're entering the building all the way till we get to where the cameras are and stuff, and it stops and there's crayon marks on everything. It's really weird.
It's a very you can't do that on television style.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So there's a piano intro music, and I'm assuming by the looks of everything, we're in New Orleans. Right off the bat, I was like, "Oh, we're in New Orleans. We gotta be."
One of the first things she walked through was one of those above ground graveyards, and I love those. I think those are awesome. So I was excited from the very beginning of this show.
How long did that last?
About 30 seconds, but it does give. Well, we do have an above ground cemetery bump,
right?
Me.
And so this guy is leaving for work, and he's in a tuxedo with no socks on. His at the time, I thought his wife is very horny because she doesn't want him to leave. She's like,
it's not his wife at all.
But I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I didn't know it either.
It's Violet and Fred.
Yeah.
Okay, and they've got something going on, but he has to go to work, and she's like, "Don't go to work. It's raining."
She's begging him to stay.
Yeah.
And he's out.
You know how that is, Jacob, right? Girls begging you to stay.
No.
Okay.
What? Then we got basically in the beginning. We're just seeing a bunch of different people. There's no context for anything.
It is super convoluted, big time. From the first 20, I would say the first almost 20 minutes of the show. There's a Charlie Parker reference. That's the only thing I wrote down. But there's Violet and her. She's having tea So this guy leaves, and she sits down and has tea and is talking to her Grammy, and
not the award, her dead grandmother who's in a coffin.
In a coffin right there.
Oddly enough, the last name is Coffin.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
And there's musicians out in the street, and apparently their Buick had been stolen. And like I said, we're meeting a lot of folks up front. And really, I think it was about 10, 12 minutes before we had any kind of
what's going on. Yeah. There was no okay, now you've seen the landscape, let's settle into the story. And it was 10 to 15 minutes for sure. Because I wrote down, what is going on?
There's a good long while before we have any idea.
Good long while. I saw a pug.
All right.
And a Shar-Pei dog.
You made note of it, apparently.
Fuck yeah, I did.
Outside this building, and it was called Elysian Fields. There's a name on the top of it.
It's like a boarding house.
Apparently, that's what we find out what it is. Yeah, the summary says so. There's landscapers outside. They arrive, and there's these 3 girls in a bed. We don't know who these people are.
No, but when you see three girls in a bed, you're like, "This is awesome," and then you find out they're all underage because they have to go to school that day. And you go, "Whoa, pump the brakes."
Violet goes to check on Quinn. We don't know who Quinn is.
He crushes it like Quinn.
I don't know that reference.
Quinn is her sister, right?
Yeah, we find out the sister.
And she's like a drug addict, right?
She's someone who sleeps until like noon or 4 p.m. every
partying.
day. Yeah, and she's always in her sexy, silky nightgown.
Jacob
she's just like Jacob, yeah.
Have you ever seen him in a sexy, silky...
I would love to get a picture of that. I've seen him without a sexy, silky nightgown on. There's a man looking to rent a room at Elysian Fields. And when he goes to the wrong door, when he's talking to the guy's very rude to him. He says, "Hey, you're at the wrong residence." And he finds out that this place has a little bit of a reputation.
Sure, and it was Bender. That's who he was talking to. Bender lives next door. The Benders live next door.
That was Bender?
Yeah,
I didn't think it was.
Okay.
So the story, because Bender is the kind of the racist.
He's a redneck racist
guy who's working on the car.
Thank you.
That was him?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Okay. So anyway, there's So basically, this is the story of folks staying at like a shitty New Orleans mansion.
Right. Yeah. And again, I wrote, "What's going on?" Question mark still at this point. Then you see a Japanese lady, which they call Japan.
They call Japan, and they say, what do they say? This is an Asian lady. It's good luck to have an Oriental around.
Right. Yeah. She's freaking out. She's like, and they make a Pearl Harbor reference.
Yeah, one of the black guys who's a musician, his name is Deputy. He yells at her Pearl Harbor. That's all. He just yells Pearl Harbor at her. Anyway, Nate Goodman arrives from a crisis center, and he's going to rent a room. And then right when he comes in, he notices there's a rotting corpse in the living room.
Right.
That's the dead grandmother in a coffin.
Right. And Violet is horny as hell, and she's macking on him right off the bat.
Not just her, like all the ladies. Anyone who meets Nate just immediately gets soaked for some reason.
And I wrote down here, Japan, mad again.
Always, anytime. Well, that's her thing. Anytime you see this lady who doesn't speak any English, she's always yelling and screaming and looks pissed off.
So Nate's gonna get a room here because he's coming to New Orleans to join the crisis center. He's gonna be like in charge of it almost.
Yeah.
And
but Violet's expecting him. She knew that he was on his way.
She forgot, but she knew. Mm-hmm. And she puts him in Grandma's room.
The room looks like shit.
Yeah,
it's fucking dirty, and it's got like one of those weird toilet things that sits over a toilet, like old people like use their hands to like get up and down from.
And then we meet Gwen, who is one of the sisters.
I think that was Quinn, or is it Gwen?
I thought it was Gwen.
Okay, I heard Quinn, but
Quinn was the horny one with that stays up until wakes up late.
And Gwen is the sister.
Gwen is the little blonde girl with the tight ass later on.
Oh,
yeah. And and she's slutty too. There's a lot of sluttiness.
They all are boy crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what? I understand that.
And I put weird sex. All girls are horny in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not wrong. We find out Nate has a fiance, and he meets everyone in the house, kind of like in the kitchen, living room area, and it is just a shit show. Everyone there is. It's one of those situations where like this is an old New Orleans mansion. It's fallen down. Everyone's staying there probably for practically nothing, and they're all fucking crazy.
Exactly. And they find out that Nate has to go to a crisis.
He's got a case, right?
He's got a case.
There's a kid in a tree,
and she's like, "I'm gonna, yeah."
Oh no.
Meow. So Violet is going to drive him, and this reminded me of you remember the game Taxi Driver? You had a yellow cab or
Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just like this. She was just going.
There's a lot of Offspring music playing.
Yeah.
They recklessly drive through town, and it's full of everyone from the house. A lot of people are there.
This is okay.
And sure enough, there is a kid in a tree, and there's like a lot of emergency vehicles there. And then one of the guys says, "I love a tight-butted girl."
That was Amanda. That was Amanda.
She was really young.
She was very young.
He said that about her.
Yeah, and that I was like Amanda, tight butt, really young.
Holy shit! I didn't realize he was talking about her when he said that.
Yeah, it was way off.
Good lord.
Nate ends up going up to the top of this tree. Yeah. And throws this guy George, this kid George, who's up there, who's going to kill himself. Throws him down.
And a bit like one of those big inflatable things.
Yeah, after George goes, "Don't come up here, pervert." It was out of context.
When he tackles him, he's like wrestling him, and he calls him pervert again on the ground.
Right.
Anyway, after that, they I thought they were at a police station. Turns out they're at that crisis center.
And Violet works there.
And she works like right across from Nate.
I didn't know, yeah.
And so he told a story to George up in the tree about his cop buddy committing suicide. Apparently it was a lie just to get up there, but it didn't even really work.
No.
Anyway,
George's dad shows up. They finally find him.
Are these real places, though? Are crisis centers like this? Are these real places?
I think they were at one time. I'm not sure if they're still. But George's dad shows up, and he's kind of an asshole. He's like, he's not bothered by the fact that his son was going to quote unquote commit suicide.
This was the guy from the beginning of the show, though. Because she says to him, because when he left in the morning,
is it real? I did
when
not.
He left in the morning, she said, "Hey, I had fun at the dance." And then when she sees him again for the audience, she says, "Hey,"
and that's how she knew where he was. Okay, I did not get that
Good
at all.
to see you at the dance. So this was the guy who left his house after railing Violet. Oh, you're welcome.
Now it's they save him, and the kid takes off. So now the next scene is at Granny's wake or funeral.
Yeah. Yep.
And
this is back at the big mansion. The Elysian fields itself. Some of the ladies that live there, they kind of like a little powwow in the kitchen, and then Nate comes in, and whenever Nate comes into a room, all the ladies just
get
stop.
Wet.
Oh my god, they
They're
love
wet.
it. They love it.
Like my TV was dripping at the bottom and the middle. It was like dripping on this.
Nate's room has been like quote unquote fixed up. He goes up there to check it out, and then that's Gwen, right?
Yeah.
She's up there
trying to bone him
for real. Like she's trying to make out with him. She's pretty much throwing herself at him. But Nate is the quintessential good guy, right? And he thwarts her advances.
And so Violet secretly brings George to the house because I guess she's gonna let him stay there because his dad's a dickhead.
Yeah.
And there's a slave comment.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, there's a slave comment.
Well, there's a black lady that is there, and at one point
Eveline.
She looks like she's wearing like a maid's outfit, like she is the servant or something. I don't know. Anyway, so George makes his way outside. He works on a car with Bender. I feel like he was going to be put in this family of people. But at the end of the show, he's taken out with his dad. They kind of come to an agreement, right?
Right. Yeah, they're over there, George and.
Oh boy,
having underage beers. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, they were having I thought they said it was a Barks or something.
No, it was
the beer.
Brewskis.
Okay, that's fine.
Whew. Jacob, you had a lot to say on that one. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Have you fixed the tub yet?
It's almost done.
Oh boy, Elysian Fields, CBS Summer Playhouse. It definitely didn't work. Why?
Was this be Turbulence?
This is Turbulence. This is like fucking 200 episodes, man.
No,
you know the fucking lineup.
I was going back to it because he can't work on it when there's God damn it! I tried to do something here.
I'm sorry.
Why didn't this work? I was all over the place. Seriously, it was like 15, 20 minutes into the show, and then all of a sudden, you don't know who. There's all these people.
There's no plot up to that point.
There's no plot up to this point. Then all of a sudden, there's this kid in a tree, and he wants to kill himself, which is a huge turn for what's going on. Because to me, it's supposed to be like a comedy.
It really was like
and
a
then
comedy.
all of a sudden, and then there's this kid going to kill himself. And I was like, what? So I thought it was just going to be like, hey, there's a house that you're going to rent a room at, and there's a bunch of horny ladies, and all the episodes or all the bits are going to be about how you're keeping yourself from fucking these girls. Right?
Probably. I would say that Nate is the star of this show,
yes,
as well as Violet. Those are your leads.
Right, but there's too many characters.
There was a lot of characters. If this were to go on, is this a thing where Nate has to combat constantly? He's the only sane person in a house full of lunatics, and for some reason he can never leave this house when he's staying there, and it's just different cases every week? Is that what the show is?
Yeah, but having the turmoil or the obstacles in the house, along with crises, they don't go together. They don't mesh in any way, shape, or form. They're very opposite. One's comedy, one's slutty humor, and one's like people go out and kill themselves.
Yeah, and I can't imagine that changing too much if the whole thing is it is a crisis center. Not a lot of funny things about crises, right?
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Yeah.
No, that's right, though, right? Like those two things don't.
No,
mesh.
They don't. It's oil and water
and more oil. Oh, water. I'm sorry.
See, why do you say stuff before I finish?
I thought. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, don't think anymore.
Done.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position.
Jacob, I think if you listen to our show more, you would kind of know how like a podcast goes and like a successful podcast.
Oh, wow. Yeah, wow, ouch.
I know. I fucked up.
It's fine.
Do not base success on what this podcast is. Did you cheat and look at IMDb?
No, I did not.
This may be your chance for redemption. Because I've all but canceled this part of the show.
To be honest with you, like I did look at IMDb, but I did not even think to look at the score. And I swear on my mom's eyes.
I just did.
What would you guess that the people from around the world scored Elysian Fields?
4.3.
Jacob?
I looked at it.
Okay. What is it?
4.4.
Are you fucking with me?
No, I swear to God, I did not look at it. I was on IMDb, but I did not look at the score. I swear to God.
Okay, I believe you. Not a lot out there.
I actually do better when I don't when I don't look at it.
Well, your default used to be what, 6.5?
6.5.
Right?
Yeah. But this was so shitty that there was no way it was a 6.5.
Well, you got very close, and I commend you.
I've had sex with blind girls. It was better than this.
You've had sex with a blind girl before?
No, I wish I had.
You wish you had?
Sure. I've had sex with mostly blind girls.
Is that right? Yeah. Does that mean like most of the girls you've slept with are blind, or a lot of them were like 89, 100% blind?
Yeah. Like they have Coke bottle glasses and you make them take it off.
I'm mostly blind now. What's happening?
So, okay, here's a question.
All right, he's got it.
Oh, God.
I have it. I have all over this question.
Do you miss it?
No. Let's goes to the whole panel.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see about that. Go ahead, though.
Of the girls that you've had sex with, which one had the most? What's the word I'm looking for?
Panache.
Not deformity.
Smegma.
Like thing wrong with them. like physically wrong with them, or mentally wrong with them.
Oh well, mentally, fuck, we can't. We'll be here all night.
Have you ever had sex with a blind girl?
No.
Have you ever had sex with a deaf girl?
No.
Have you ever had sex with a crippled girl?
No.
All right, Jason.
Nope.
I played the fifth.
I had sex with a crippled girl before.
Is this the one with the rod in her back?
No. Okay, two girls.
What was the cripple girl?
Tammy Warnke. She was the one that she was in that boating accident.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? And she had seizures and
Yeah.
she couldn't use one of her arms. I had to cut her steak when we were at.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
She's dead now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know her?
I know the story.
Okay.
I've heard it many times.
How does that work well? Like if the arm wasn't dead, obviously.
No, it wasn't a dead arm, but she
couldn't use it.
She couldn't
Oh,
use
God.
it very well.
Did that play like when you were getting physical? Was there an advantage or disadvantage to it? I imagine there was some disadvantage, but anything positive?
I think
coming
that
of
she had been like that long enough that she compensated. You know what I mean?
So
Like it really did.
uncomfortable.
The only thing that I would say that
She had a hell of a grip on the other hand.
what I would say was when she was on top, it was more like missionary because she couldn't like put both hands down.
Okay.
Both arms. Both hands on the
Two
bed.
words for you: harness. Harness.
She was a good lady. She was.
I'm sure she was. And what happened to her? How did she die again? 'Cause she got in a
She had
boating
a
accident.
seizure when she was sleeping. She had a seizure when she was sleeping.
Died during her sleep.
Yeah.
Young lady.
Yeah, she
That's
was
unfortunate. I'm
same
sorry.
age as me. She was, and
But you guys had long since broken up.
yeah, we had long since broken up, and it was kind of a shitty breakup. It was kind of like I probably was kind of a dick about it.
I don't see that.
Thanks, Jacob. But no, she was a good person. But I remember like in junior high, like that was the girl that you wanted to be your girlfriend.
And you did it for a little bit.
In junior high, very short time.
Oh, you had her in the junior high?
Just for a very short time.
And then outside of that later?
Many, many years later.
How long did you date her?
I'd say 4 months. Maybe.
Yeah.
Three
That's
or
enough.
4 months.
That's enough time for a good steak dinner. Ed Mitchell from the LA Times says about Elysian Fields, the CBS Summer Playhouse presentation of Elysian Fields was a verdant oasis in a desert of mediocrity. Everything about the show was entertainment at its best.
No. Huh. That's generous.
Very generous.
That's it. There's no other viewer reviews. There's no other critic reviews. There's nothing about this show. I can't find anything.
That's fine.
I feel like lately we're scraping the bottom of the barrel, don't you think?
This show's going to end soon. You should be happy.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FCF.
What will I do every other Monday for 3 hours?
I'll
probably take a nap.
I can think about 7 things.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captains turn off the fasten.
We're the captains, remember?
Yeah. You're my captain.
Oh, you're my captain.
I'm glad our relationship is better now.
I'm so glad we've been healed by the powers that are Matthew. Elysian Fields, right? Yeah. That's the show we watched. That's the show we're going to grade. Do you want to talk about the grading scale?
Yeah, sure. The grading scale is 1 through 7, 7 being the best, and 1 being the worst. And it's based on the characters of the 1990s show Wings. Jacob, did you ever watch the show Wings?
I remember it being on the TV. But
Yeah, it was the greatest show ever.
That's good enough.
It was
good enough.
It was the second greatest show ever in the 90s.
Next to Only Itself.
Golden Girls?
Golden Girls, baby.
I love that.
You say baby?
I say baby.
Hey, since you don't have a job, do you want to do a Golden Girls podcast where we...
I don't know anything about Golden Girls.
No, we'll watch each episode and we'll talk about it.
Oh, that's a good question, actually. I was listening to the Not Your Knockabout guys, and then it says, hey, what about doing a podcast every week? And that doesn't happen with you guys.
No.
It's on Chase, apparently. Chase is the one who's not available.
Absolutely.
You are available.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he still in Shadows, Inc.?
No.
No?
No, long gone. Long gone. He's got his own thing going now, but...
Coyote Ugly or something like that? Was it
Coyote Ugly?
Man Coyote?
No,
or
Cult Coyote.
It's
good. It's pretty good.
Did you ever hear the song I wrote, Gay Coyote?
No, will you sing it for me?
I'm going to play it for you if you guys talk a little bit.
You wrote a song called Gay Coyote, and you're about to pull it up?
Yeah, I'm going to
This
try
has
to
never
while you
come
guys
up on
talk.
the show.
That's
Okay.
pretty good.
Okay. So basically, you'd be game to record once or twice a week.
Yeah.
But he's just
Absolutely.
not available.
Correct.
Why do you do it?
Well, I like it. But
Yeah.
also when we took a long break, it was when I quit drinking.
Okay.
A big part of the show was drinking beers.
Right, it's craft beer.
Yeah.
Talking about
So I just tried to
Drinking beer.
thinking
Fucking
of
pussy.
eating pussy.
Eating pussy.
Just trying to think of a way to reformat it, and it just hasn't really come to me. So that's that.
So you would say that you're the creative aspect of the show. And he's the technical.
Probably more so, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll come to you.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I have a relationship with Blake.
I understand.
Oh, it's...
So that I see him like at least 26 times a year, probably upwards of 30, 35, because of this fucking show.
Yeah.
And it's great. He enjoys
How do
every
you feel
second.
about it?
It's fine.
It's fine.
I don't
It's-
know.
you're okay
fine.
with it.
Either way.
Yeah.
But like, as we get older, I always say it's harder and harder to find time with your friends, and you probably look forward to that time with
Yeah.
Chase. How long have you known Chase, and where did you meet him?
High school, and
You guys same age?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were in the same class, but we didn't really start hanging out until after high school. So
Did you have Pekin High School?
Manitou.
Okay.
Midwest Central.
Okay, gotcha. All right, Blake, you got your.
Oh, God, I can find...
It's your song, and you can't find it.
Can you just sing it?
Yeah, just sing it if it's your song, buddy. We've all heard you on Karaoke Big E. You ever hear that fucking show?
I've heard that.
Would you do that one?
I've thought about it. They've asked me. I'm nervous.
No one cares.
I know.
And moreover, no one listens. So they're right up there with us with numbers.
Yeah, no, it'd be fun.
It is. Honestly,
It'd
it
be
is a
fun.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
They do a great show. It's a ton of fun.
Okay,
What would you sing?
I don't know. I've thought about it.
Ace of Base.
And no.
All that she wants is another baby. That's a great B-side, right?
I don't know that song.
You know
that
that, right?
song.
All that she wants
Here's another baby. She's gone tomorrow, and all that she wants is another baby.
No, I don't
know.
I want to hear Gay Coyote.
You know what? To be honest with you, it's in here somewhere on YouTube.
If you don't play it soon, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
I'll find it for next week.
Oh, okay, great. I'll wait a week.
We're not moving. We're not leaving.
Will you come back and see us
next week? It should be right here.
Yeah, I will.
All right, good.
I will. This was fun.
Ah, boy.
Damn it. Okay, Coyote. It's great.
You know what? If that's what it is, you could just forget it.
No, it's good. I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
1 to 7. We said the scale. Blake laid it out very plainly. Captain Philip, rest assured, I turn to you. How do you rate Elysian Fields?
This was all over the place. There was too many characters. The whole thing about a kid trying to commit suicide in the middle of all these horny ladies. The comment about Amanda's tight butt, and she is definitely in like junior high or high school.
Yeah.
That was unsettling. I don't see how that could ever have got past the censors and the writers and all that stuff. I'm giving it a 2.
Giving it a 2?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was with a Japanese bump. That was a Japanese
You gave a Jap bump?
Oh, yeah. Always. I'm always giving that Jap bump, baby.
Wow, okay.
Oh, sorry. Hey, boom. Yeah.
I didn't know you spoke Japanese. Wow.
There's a lot of things you don't know about me because you don't ask.
That's true. I wait for them to come up organically and then pretend to be amazed.
Build upon that.
That's right. Boy, oh boy. I'm going to give this an above-ground cemetery bump. I don't give it a lot of bumps out, but I really like.
You're not a bumper.
No, I did like that. Every time I turn on a program on TV, it is in New York. It is in L.A. Maybe Chicago sometimes.
Sure.
Chicago Fire.
Yeah,
that's a show.
There's a whole series
Chicago
of
Fire,
Chicago
Police, Chicago Paramedics, Chicago.
But they're
Cemetery.
all connected too, right?
Right? Yeah.
They seriously are.
They're in the same canon.
Oh, thank you. Nice. I don't see a lot of shows in New Orleans. Interesting setting.
I've been there. Did I tell you about the time I went to New Orleans?
You went down there and you almost had a prostitute?
Yeah. I went to Hustlers and I almost had a prostitute.
Whoops.
But you spent all...
Who knew you'd find one in Hustlers?
No.
You didn't spend all your money.
Because I wanted to spend it at the Hank Williams Senior Museum.
Yeah, boy.
So I didn't buy a prostitute. I wish I would have. I really wish I would have. Now think about it. Think about it. If you had the opportunity to have a prostitute, and nobody
Before
would
I get my score, let's get into this for real. I want to talk about prostitutes.
Nobody would know. Nobody was with me. Nobody would have known.
Yeah.
If you poll 100 guys and say, would you have sex with a prostitute if nobody knew about it? 95% of those people would say yes.
That's the great thing about the New Orleans prostitutes. Very discreet, right?
No
one would know. Like you said, no one would know.
I'm saying I was the only one there. There was nobody with me on my trip.
Yeah, but didn't you go down there for the sole purpose to go to that museum?
Oh, yeah.
So you would have been like, all right, I'm here, bye.
But you also, if you had a credit card, it would have been a different story, right?
Yeah.
You could have racked it up at the museum on the credit card and then paid stone cold cash for this whore.
Right, but I knew that I knew. Listen, here's the thing: is I knew that they had a Hank Williams blanket there. It was like a throw blanket, and I knew how much it was, and I wanted to make sure that I got it.
Did you get it?
Oh yeah, I'll show it to you later.
I wish that you would. Okay, so prostitution should be legal. First of all,
agreed.
Because if it's legal, you can regulate it, right?
Absolutely. And right now,
disease-wise, yeah.
Right now, it's happening, and people are getting hurt and being treated very poorly. But if we regulated it, then these whores would be taken care of. Now, if you would have sex,
if you can buy pot, you should be able to buy pussy.
Amen to that. Would you would wrap it up, right? Just like
that
song.
I would still wear a condom.
Okay.
Even if she had the right papers.
Okay.
Her pedigree.
Yeah. Are you full-blooded?
Jacob, did you ever have sex with a prostitute?
Have I?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, I take that. Okay, let's change the question because
he has.
Let's change the question because I could say, if you worded it different, I could answer yes. Have you ever had sex with a girl who showed her body off for money?
Have I ever had sex with a stripper?
Now, that's not the same, though, right? Because you're not paying that girl for sex.
Oh, that's true, but I just wanted to brag that
you had sex with a stripper.
Okay.
All right, well, congratulations. Well done.
I don't know if I would or not.
I'm talking about straight prostitute. You've never done it.
No, I've never done it.
You're getting close, though, right?
Honestly,
No, I'm not.
it never ever crosses my mind.
No,
It,
me
like
neither.
sometimes I would like when we do IBWIP. One of them was Blake's List. It was we would go to. I would go to Craigslist. I would look up weird shit and we would talk about it. And but back then they had the classifieds.
Right.
But they don't have that anymore
Yeah.
on Craigslist. But back then
Because people were getting killed and shit.
probably and
yeah.
robbed for sure. But you would go on there and sometimes you would find people who were advertising as escorts.
Sure.
But still, it never. Like, I never think, oh my God, I'm so fucking horny, I gotta go pay for sex.
No,
it never crosses my mind.
No. For me, it's not. I'm so horny, I can't get laid anyway.
I know your situation was, like, very specific, but I'm just saying for the people that, like, in general want to have sex with a prostitute, like, that's never crossed my mind, really.
Like in Vegas, like I've been in Vegas twice. Once with my stepbrother, and once when I got married to Molly.
Had prostitutes both times.
No, but like if I had the money, I would have had a prostitute in Las Vegas. Why wouldn't you?
Okay, you say that. What?
It's an experience.
You want it for the experience.
Oh, exactly. It has nothing to do with not being able to get laid, obviously.
Right.
But like, it's the experience of like having that experience.
Well, you said
for an hour to have a woman not tell me shitty things about me and still want to have sex.
You're
with
doing
me
that wrong.
Sounds amazing.
You made it sound like I wish I had the money to do this. What are the costs? You were down in New Orleans. You said you were saving your money for Hank Williams. What was the cost to sleep with that person?
I didn't know, but the girl came up to me. She sat down and she was talking to me and she propositioned me, and I just knew that I had limited funds in the first place, and I still had to get home. I was taking public transportation.
Yeah, you're taking buses down there, right?
Yeah, trains and buses. I just knew that, like, yes, I want to do this, but I know that I will have to, like, call my mom and say, like, I need money to get home.
Because I fucked a whore.
I fucked
Okay, so
Nolans.
that's New Orleans, Las Vegas. When you were out there, did you get a price?
No, because I was with my stepbrother one time, and then I was getting married the other time.
No, but when you're with your stepbrother, is it strictly because you're with him that you didn't do it, or was it a financial thing then? I didn't know if you had like looked into it and you're like, oh no, financially I can't.
That was a free
it.
trip. That was a free trip. It wasn't a financial situation. It was like, I'm sharing a room with my brother. How am I going to pull off, And plus, I spent that night. I remember we were at the Monte Carlo maybe. And they have all these blackjack dealers and poker dealers, and they're wearing very, like, almost no clothes. And, like, I sat down with $20 and lost it in 3 seconds because I couldn't fucking pay attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, it was just a matter of, like, I just. But
sure.
If I had the funds,
yeah,
I wasn't married.
Right.
And there wasn't anybody there. Like, if me and you went and we had separate rooms and I had the money, I would probably try to do it because you wouldn't have known.
Yeah. I mean, you would have told me about it later, and I would have shamed you for it. But so you've never done it, Jacob. Have you ever thought about it?
I've thought about. I've never like, been, oh, should I do this? No, but I've tried to rationalize in my mind like, what would be a good reason?
What'd you come up with?
If I wanted no strings attached sex, wouldn't have to put forth the effort getting to know someone, and just wanted to knock off a piece.
Yeah.
Quick, $500 or whatever.
$500.
I don't know what whores are going for.
No, you might be right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Isn't that kind of like how you handle relationships now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you wear a condom, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Even when he jerks off, he does.
I don't. Condoms don't really agree with me. So
he doesn't want to get his beard pregnant.
It's just a bitch to clean.
Well, there we are. We got it figured out, right?
What do you mean condoms don't agree with? Are you allergic to latex?
No, I don't. It doesn't feel.
Nobody likes them.
I can't. Whenever I try,
your timing is so good that you don't even worry about it.
That's right. Yeah.
Jesus, lucky bastard.
Anyway,
I'm like, I've got a $5 million. Oh shit.
Elysian Fields.
What do you give it?
I'm gonna have to edit like 9/10 of this episode. It's gonna take me longer to edit than it was to record it.
Like I said, I like the setting, New Orleans. I like that it is not a standard sitcom with stages and a laugh track.
Right.
There's
a lot of on location stuff.
It was more funny and like ridiculous than it was dramatic.
Yeah, for sure.
It's almost. a bunch of weird characters. It's not a typical family situation. I think there's a lot of opportunity here. I'm going to give this a 5. I didn't hate it. I thought it was fairly enjoyable. The time went by quick. It was sloppy at points, but there's a lot of potential for content.
Sure.
I think there's a lot of stories that can be said, especially when you're not tied to the typical family sitcom situation.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of potential for multiple stories. I just think that like the job that he had and what he was going to experience didn't mesh well at all with where he was living.
Yeah,
And
maybe
it was
a
too
different
extreme.
job. What do you think it would be a good job to mesh well with that?
If he was a used car salesman, if he was a bar owner, like if
Cake decorator,
cake boss.
New Orleans hustler, prostitute, male prostitute. He was.
Listen to me. If he had just moved down there,
Yeah.
and opening a bar,
Right.
That way you have the crazy people that you live with, but you also have the craziness of owning a bar.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that would be a good one. All right. And with that, not fuck you, relax. And with that, we close the book on Elysian Fields, and we will never speak of that show again.
Yeah.
But join us next time, won't you please, when we watch the pilot episode of The Decorator. Here's a little something to wet your whistle. A respected but struggling interior decorator from a wealthy background moves in with some of her clients in order to meet their specific needs. You can find the entire episode of The Decorator by subscribing to Couch Pilots on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes. Or go to YouTube. Pay attention. Blake?
You know what to do, Tube.
That's right.
You'll need that for next week.
All right. Contact us at couchpilotspodcast.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, our email. It's all at that website, including every single show we've done. Give us a call, 910-PILOTS-1, 910-745-6871 if you want to leave us a message. Hey, you know what? This is a good time. Leave us a message right now. If you've been listening for a long time and you want to congratulate us, of course you do, on our 200th episode. By the time this airs, you will have heard that, and we will be able to record it before this airs. Call us, right? I think that's right.
I don't.
What did you just say?
Well, we record so far ahead in advance.
No, I understand.
That if they hear this episode and leave us a message about our 200th episode
they have plenty
now,
of time to
we'll be able to play it on our 200th
And seriously,
episode.
we have a lot of listeners. We have a listener from Ghana, which I forgot to.
Is that right?
Yeah, we had fan feedback from Ghana, and I forgot.
For real?
Yes.
Let's get that in the next episode.
Definitely, but we have folks from all over the world that listen.
Really do.
But we also have a lot of people from the States that listen. It would be awesome for us to be able to play as many voicemails as possible. So don't delay. When this show comes out, call us. The number again is 910
Pilots 1 910-745-6871. We have one more recording session after this before 200. I'm not joking. I want like maybe like a 3 hour or longer episode.
Sure, it'll come out as 2 episodes.
Probably so. Yeah, we'll probably be doing that
for sure. If you've listened to the show before, please, we're going to put some stuff out on Facebook and Instagram.
Share your memories. Share what you like about the show.
Seriously, just if you haven't listened to it in a while, just say, "Hey, I remember why I did this, and this is why I don't do it anymore."
Absolutely. If you like us so much that you want to give us money, go to patreon.com and then give us all your money there. No, that's about it.
It's great.
Thanks for fixing the plane there, Jacob.
No problem. It was
now,
easy.
I went back there,
Uh-huh.
and I noticed that instead of fixing the lever, you just you push the lever down, and then you
shoved a screwdriver in there.
No, you shoved a Q-tip in there to make sure it doesn't move.
I dropped one of the screws down there, and it was loose, so
that's fine.
It's going to have to work.
It's
going to have to work.
It's fine.
It's not clogged anymore.
It's very rare that we have to shower on the plane. Usually we shower in the captain's lounge.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's just there for dirty whores to get cleaned up.
Yeah.
Do you want to plug your program
before we take them over state lines?
Oh
no! He's very happy with that.
Was good.
That was relevant. Listen to Knockabout or don't. I don't give a shit. That's all I got.
It's you and Chase fucking around, having fun, right?
Yeah, that's it.
And you guys have guests on occasionally?
Yeah, sometimes we have people on.
We've never been invited on.
You should invite Blake.
Come on.
You've never even asked.
I haven't. I know I haven't.
Fuck me, right?
You should invite Blake because he had you and Chase on his old program.
That's true.
That would be a good. That'd be
Just
a
a
good
little common podcast courtesy.
pod courtesy.
Yeah, Podacy.
Yeah. All right. Come on.
Have him on too. He's better than me.
Both come on.
I'm very good. Blake, do you have a message of positivity that you'd like to send everyone before you go today?
Yeah, we're right now it's Labor Day. Today is Labor Day, and
I love labor.
everybody gets off work on today,
Yeah.
except like hospitals, ambulance people, firefighters.
The real
police,
heroes.
The real heroes. So
Superman.
Today, while you're getting fucked up and cooking out, if you see a cop go by, just give him a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Just give him a thumbs up and say, hey, I appreciate you fucking having to work, bitch.
Give thumbs up to all your civil servants, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Say,
And-
turn your camera off, motherfucker.
And with that, we this pilot may have been rough, but it is always a smooth flight here on Couch Pilots. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Me love you. Bye-bye.
On behalf of Couch Pilots and the entire crew, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.